On this video, I just wanted to quickly bring your attention to this. What is just the common old ivy. Nothing special about this one. It's just growing wild in my edge. It can take over, it can wreck hedges, it can wreck trees. But one thing that a lot of people are not aware of is that this is a great pollinator. If you leave your ivy to do this, this is what it produces these flowers. And if you've got some, and just go check it out, you'll find that there's pollinators all over it. In this case, we've got some local honeybees getting some feasting out of that. In fact, there's a fly there as well doing the same thing. But it's something that if you've got ivy, try to leave it alone. Just, you know, okay, you don't want it to take over, but try to leave it alone. And it's a valuable source for pollinators, as I've just said. And as you can see, they're just all over it. They never stop. Every time I come up to this ivy at this time of year, I'm met with the same scene. Honeybees everywhere on it. So I just wanted to bring your attention to that. And I have quite a lot. In fact, this is my Anderson Arbor shelter seat, and behind this as well, I've also got some. I've got a load more. So I've got a load more there, and that's doing its thing. It's looking really, really good. And eventually I hope to bring that across and sit it onto the back of that little feature there and actually cloak itself over that. But again, it's there for the pollinators. I'll leave it alone. In fact, on this corner itself, this is proof that actually it takes over, because that is just pure holly, and it's ivy. Sorry, it's an ivy edge completely. I'll leave it there because I have no other use for that part of the garden, and why not let the pollinators ever go on them? And that's what they do. So there are other pollinators around at this time of year, and I've got many flowers that are doing its thing, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. It is a good full of pollinators. There's really no reason to take it away. I leave it in several parts of the garden. I've got it in the hedges, and we'll just take a quick walk up the garden and we'll show you where else we've got it as well. In fact, if you look all the way along this hedge, it's pretty much taken over all over it, and I don't mind. I'm going to let it do its thing. I'm just going to keep letting it go because, like I say, at this time of year, it's invaluable for the pollinators, and it's all the way up this hedge. I was already here when I moved in. Now, on this particular bit here, this is a post. Well, actually, it's a leylandii that was chopped down, and the trunk itself still remains in there. And I let the ivy grow up it. The ivy was already growing up it, but over the last two and a half years, I've been shaping that and cutting it and putting it in some sort of a shape so it looks quite interesting. But it's good for the pollinators, so I've left it alone. Don't need to do out with it, and if you've got a little space you can do that with, it's a good idea just to leave it to flower like it does here. Then it turns to seeds. See if we can focus in on that. There we go, look. So, and while we're here, show you the pollinators. They absolutely love it. Now, it does have a slight scent to it. Let's have a sniff. Nondescript, really. I can't describe that, but it is a bit of a smell, and very nice. So, if you can, leave it alone. Let the pollinators onto it. It's a good thing to do if you can. I know I've got loads of flowers in this garden that are also doing the trick for me for the pollinators, but I like to leave stuff like that. The ivy, fantastic. A good thing to do for nature. Ta-da!